Hi, I'm Izzy Builds, the #1 Build Battle player. Hive's latest update for Build Battle came out, showing off a continuation to the original update with some new tools, of which are pretty concerning. I went into a public game with Pontyboy to test a theory of mine, and it was eye-opening, to say the least. Alright guys, so we are here with Pontyboy to test if we can delete the plot in duos without teammate approval. Pontyboy, you can go ahead and delete it now. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Hive! What is this?
Oh my
This
gosh.
is not okay. Alright, is there a cooldown on it? It's raining now.
Probably not.
Oh my
Nope.
goodness. Wow. Can you try it? Can you do it with the floor too? I don't think it'd be any different.
Yeah, I can. Resetting
my
builds resets
goodness.
the floor too.
Oh man.
Oh my
Well, thank you,
gosh.
Ponty.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye-bye. What does any of it actually mean for you and your builds? To put it simply, you can queue any game. Duos, mega teams, any amount of players will work with this. You can delete the plot and the floor without any cooldown, which is basically a goldmine for griefers. This tool will inevitably cause your teammates to crash out. How something so catastrophic managed to come out of a simple update is beyond me. It's hard for me to even begin to imagine this update being created and tested without anyone coming up and saying, "Oh, hey guys, what if I just press this big red button? 0 cooldowns, 0 teammate approval, all just a dumpster fire." Outside of making little children cry, I do like this feature. I know. Crazy turnaround here. Sometimes I make things that are simply too giant for me to finish in a reasonable time. Or maybe my shaping was really, really bad. Occasionally, the build is just so disappointing, I don't want anyone to see it. I want it to be buried and destroyed, or else my reputation will take the hit instead. There are times when you just need to clear the plot, but it doesn't fix the way they executed a feature like this. There were so many ways to do this right. Now, you may also be sitting in your chair thinking, well, Izzy, why should I care? This is just a duos problem. And you'd be right. This is just a duos problem. And if you enjoy solos, I'm glad that you do. But this affects everything in the long run, even the happy-go-lucky solo mains. Between solos and duos, they share about the same player counts throughout the day. Neither of them are drastically carrying the build battle community, which means that such a massive issue with duos will lead to the game slowly, but surely, losing a large chunk of their player base. Less players means less updates from Hive, less creator content, and overall, just less fun. The only unaffected group would be people in parties, a small portion of those queuing duos. If you watch anything other than my videos, you also probably know that this will have a huge impact on my mega teams. In a nutshell, during my streams, I will often put everyone in my custom on the same team. About 90% of the time, there is someone griefing. Someone is changing the floor or trying to place lava everywhere. Normally, I can handle this pretty quickly. Just kick them out of the custom and tell them not to do it again. Fix the damage, and all is well in the world. I recently asked in a poll if you guys wanted me to bring back the Mega Team series, a popular one of mine that featured Mega Teams I thought my viewers and I did that were quite impressive. The best ones would be showcased on a short, and credits were given to the players who participated at the end of it. For a while, I did this daily, but as my viewer base grew, it was getting harder and harder to really make impressive builds without it being griefed, too much to control, or getting too crowded. It made it really hard for me to continue the series, so I stopped, and started a brand new daily series of my custom server builds. Both have done really well, but I missed having the same community engagement that the Mega Team series allowed me to have. It made a lot of people really excited to join and interact in my streams, more than just a regular Hive Live would. From that poll, the majority clearly wanted it back. With this change, any small griefer now has instant access to the most catastrophic tool possible, deleting the whole plot. It's not feasible anymore. I will still try to do them, but chances are it will be basically impossible to have a real, functioning mega team from here on out until they fix this. You thought that was all? Oh, you sweet summer child. Okay, so I'm currently editing the video, and in the last scene you might have saw my skin do a weird glitch. I just looked at it. I'm gonna replay it at the 10th of the speed so you guys can catch a glimpse of what just happened. What is this? I'm sure we've all had some evil teammate grief with water or lava, notorious for being one of the most common ways to grief. Hive said, "Hey, let's take that and give it the supercharged creeper treatment. Now, when your teammate wants you to grief with lava or water, don't worry, there's plenty in store. Within the span of 30 seconds, your arena can be covered in it, forcing you to delete the entire plot anyways. Luckily, Hive had a big brain moment. There is a counter for this, as you can use the sponge to remove it all. Kind of. A lot of the time, it doesn't even work. This is my footage of actively trying to remove it. And I literally can with a lot of it. When I do end up removing something, there's just more bits that didn't get deleted. This also goes for if you are the one placing it down, so be careful, or else you will have to spend the entire build time removing it. When I originally saw this change in the update log, I thought, oh, they're finally adding water and lava buckets with normal Minecraft physics. Since normally water and lava are just still blocks that you have to painstakingly place one by one. I was not expecting to be able to place massive pools of them. Okay, I think I've ranted enough about that. Now, my idea to fix the delete plot option is very simple. All you really have to do is make it to where all teammates have to agree before a plot can be deleted. Some sort of button appearing above the plot options asking if you want to confirm deleting the plot. Maybe send a chat message asking you to type in a command to accept the deletion for duos. This isn't an issue that is hard to counter in the slightest. Along with that, I think that there should be an option to undo whatever you have erased. We've gone through all of the doom and gloom of this update, except for one small thing. Hive did not update build height. Hive, please update the build height. Increase the amount of blocks you can build vertically. You cannot be giving us all of these tools and then not give us more room to use them. Please! I have been saying this for years. On a more positive note, not everything about this update is half bad. Now, you can actually use bone meal, but it only places grass on moss and grass. It does not grow trees or plant flowers, which I believe is for the better. When players can just use bone meal to grow trees, it limits creativity and keeps them in their shell for longer. Hand-built trees are a core part of building, and pre-made ones just take away the reason for new players to try. The bone meal only placing grass is nice since it's something I can reasonably see myself using with terrain landscapes. I normally don't build with grass since it's quite tedious, but this update might just change that. Floor blocks can now be broken, and blocks can be placed in the floor. I would find this one super cool if we could break more than a single layer of the floor, but it does still have its perks, especially for customization. You can make the floor tiled or broken without it looking off. I personally won't use this one very much, but I am pretty glad they added it. You can set the floor as water and be able to place blocks on top, unlike how it was before where the blocks would just disappear. Finally, the rating system for builds has been changed. Instead of the old system of meh, okay, good, great, and love, it's now 1 through 5 stars. I like this small change, it looks more polished than the old one. Along with that, players now have more anonymity when it comes to their voting. Instead of people being able to see what you are voting, it's just stars now. This will help to remove a lot of toxicity. At the end of the game, they show up as stars instead of points. So, what do you guys think about all this? I'd love to hear your opinions on this new update, so comment down below, like and subscribe. I will be seeing you all next time.